Every gardener I know has the same complaint about spinach. You baby it through spring, you finally get a decent harvest going, and the moment temperatures hit 80 degrees, it bolts, turns bitter, and dies. Every single year. You get maybe 6 to 8 weeks of good spinach before the heat kills it. What if there was a green that actually wanted the heat, that grew faster the hotter it got, that produced thick, nutritious leaves from June through October, while your regular spinach was a brown dead stalk in the compost pile? There is. It's called Malabar spinach. It's been feeding people across tropical Asia for centuries. It thrives in the exact conditions that murder regular spinach. And somehow, most American gardeners have never heard of it. Malabar spinach isn't actually spinach. It's not in the spinach family at all. Thus, its real name is Bacilla alba, or Bacilla rubra for the red-stemmed variety. It's a tropical vine in the Bacellaceae family, native to South and Southeast Asia. People call it Malabar spinach because the leaves look similar, cook similar, and fill the same role in the kitchen. But biologically, it's a completely different plant. And that biological difference is exactly why it works when spinach fails. Regular spinach, Spinachia oleracea, is a cool weather crop. It evolved in temperate Persia. Its entire biology is programmed to grow fast in cool conditions and go to seed the moment days get long and temperatures climb. This isn't a flaw you can fix with the right variety or clever planting dates. It's what the plant is. Spinach wants to die in summer. You can delay it by a few weeks with shade cloth and consistent watering. You can't prevent it. Malabar spinach is the opposite. It's tropical. It doesn't even start growing well until soil temperatures hit 70 degrees. Below 65, it just sits there looking sad. But once summer heat arrives, the same heat that kills your spinach, Malabar spinach takes off. 80 degrees, 90 degrees, 100 degrees. It doesn't care. It grows faster. The vines climb harder. The leaves get bigger and thicker. The exact conditions that end your regular spinach season are the conditions that start your Malabar spinach season. The nutrition is genuinely impressive, and I want to be specific about it. Malabar spinach leaves contain about 3 grams of protein per 100 grams of fresh leaves. Regular spinach has about 2.9 grams, so protein is essentially identical. Vitamin A is where Malabar stands out. Fresh leaves provide roughly 8,000 IU per 100 grams. Regular spinach provides about 9,400, so Malabar is slightly lower but still in the same neighborhood. Both are excellent sources. Vitamin C, Malabar spinach has about 102 milligrams per 100 grams. Regular spinach has about 28 milligrams. That's 3.5 times more vitamin C from Malabar spinach. This number surprised me when I first researched it. Regular spinach gets all the health credit, but Malabar quietly triples it on vitamin C. Calcium content is approximately 109 milligrams per 100 grams. Regular spinach has about 99, comparable, with a slight edge to Malabar. Here's the critical difference that changes the practical value. Regular spinach is loaded with oxalic acid, oxalates that bind to calcium and iron, making them harder for your body to absorb. This is spinach's dirty secret. The calcium is there on paper, but your body can't fully access it. Malabar spinach contains significantly less oxalic acid than regular spinach. Your body can actually use more of the calcium and iron that's present in the leaf. So on paper, the nutritional profiles look similar. In your body, Malabar spinach likely delivers more usable minerals because less of them are locked up by oxalates. You're not just eating numbers, you're eating food your body can actually work with. Now here's the part that should frustrate every gardener listening. Regular spinach gives you 6 to 8 weeks of harvest in spring before it bolts. If you're ambitious, you plant a fall crop and get another 4 to 6 weeks. That's maybe 3 months of homegrown spinach per year, split across 2 separate plantings. Malabar spinach, in zones 7 through 11, produces continuously from late June through the first frost. In the deep south in Florida, that can be 5 to 6 months straight. In zone 7, you're looking at 3 to 4 months. 1 planting, no bolting, no bitter leaves, no starting over. In tropical climates where there's no frost, parts of Hawaii, southern Florida, Puerto Rico, Malabar spinach is genuinely perennial. It doesn't die back at all. It produces leaves 12 months a year. The title of this video says perennial, and in warm climates, that's literally true. In cooler zones, it's grown as an annual. But an annual that fills the exact gap that regular spinach leaves behind. Your spinach dies in June. Your Malabar spinach is just hitting its stride in June. Together, they give you homegrown greens nearly year-round with zero overlap and zero gap. Nobody tells gardeners this. Nobody says plant both. Seed catalogs put spinach on page 1 and Malabar spinach either on page 47 or not at all. But the combination of cool season spinach and warm season Malabar is the most obvious pairing in vegetable gardening, and it's been staring us in the face for decades. Growing Malabar spinach is easy once you stop treating it like spinach and start treating it like what it actually is, a tropical vine. It needs something to climb, a trellis, a fence, a pergola, a tomato cage, a string running up to your porch railing. Yet it will climb 6 to 15 feet in a single season depending on conditions. If you don't give it support, it'll sprawl across the ground, which works fine, but takes up more space and makes harvest messier. Start seeds indoors 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost. This is important. The seeds have a hard coat. Soak them in warm water for 24 hours before planting. Some gardeners nick the seed coat with a nail file to speed things up. Without soaking, germination can take 3 weeks or more. With soaking, you're looking at 10 to 14 days. Transplant outdoors when nighttime temperatures are consistently above 60 degrees. Don't rush this. A cold snap won't kill the plant, but it'll stall growth for weeks. In most of the South, late May to early June is about right. Zone 9 and 10 gardeners can go earlier. Full sun is ideal. 6 to 8 hours minimum. Regular water during establishment. Once the vines are growing strong, Malabar spinach is surprisingly drought-tolerant for a leafy green. The thick, succulent leaves hold moisture well. Soil doesn't need to be special. Average garden soil is fine. A bit of compost at planting time helps, but isn't required. This plant isn't fussy. In tropical countries, it grows in ditches and along roadsides without anyone tending it. Harvest by picking individual leaves or snipping stem tips. New growth comes from side shoots below wherever you cut, so regular harvesting makes the plant bushier and more productive. Don't let it flower if you want maximum leaf production. Pinch off flower buds as they appear. Once the plant puts energy into flowering and producing those dark purple berries, leaf production slows. Speaking of those berries, they're edible, mildly sweet, and they make a stunning natural purple dye. But for eating purposes, you want leaves, so keep pinching flowers. Save seeds easily. Let a few flower stems develop at the end of the season. The berries turn dark purple when ripe. Squeeze out the seeds, dry them, store in an envelope. You'll have more seeds than you need for next year and enough to share with every gardener you know. Cooking with Malabar spinach requires knowing one thing up front. The leaves have a mucilaginous quality, a slight sliminess when cooked. If you've ever cooked okra, you know what I'm talking about. It's the same type of compound. Some people don't notice it or don't mind it. Some people hate it. Here's how to manage it depending on your preference. And if you want to minimize the sliminess, use the leaves raw. In salads, the texture is thick, crisp, and pleasant with zero mucilage. Think of them as a sturdier spinach leaf that doesn't wilt in your salad bowl. They hold up to heavy dressings without going limp. Quick high-heat cooking also minimizes it. Stir-fry Malabar spinach leaves for 60 to 90 seconds in hot oil with garlic. Fast, intense heat. The leaves wilt without releasing much mucilage. This is how it's most commonly prepared across Asia. Adding acid reduces the slippery texture. A squeeze of lemon or a splash of vinegar while cooking changes the consistency noticeably. Tomato-based dishes work well for the same reason. If you actually want the mucilage, it's a natural thickener. In Indian cuisine, Malabar spinach is added to dals and curries, specifically because it thickens the sauce without adding flour or starch. Filipino sinigang soup uses Malabar spinach both for flavor and body. It's a feature, not a bug, if you know how to use it. Smoothies work perfectly. Blend Malabar spinach leaves with fruit, and you won't taste or feel the mucilage. The thick leaves actually make smoother, creamier blends than regular spinach. My simplest recommendation for anyone trying it the first time: use it raw in a salad with a strong vinaigrette. You'll experience the flavor and texture without any sliminess. If you like it raw, you'll love it cooked. 2 varieties are commonly available, and they're both excellent. Basella alba is the green-stemmed variety. Slightly milder flavor, bigger leaves, less visual drama. So this is the better choice if you're growing purely for eating. Basella rubra is the red-stemmed variety. Deep purple stems, reddish-tinted leaves, dramatic purple berries. Slightly more peppery flavor. This one looks stunning on a trellis. It's ornamental enough that you could grow it in your front yard and neighbors would compliment it, not complain. The berries produce a vivid purple dye that was historically used for official documents and food coloring in parts of Asia. Both varieties perform identically in the garden and the kitchen. Pick whichever appeals to you, or grow both and let visitors guess which one is the food crop and which one is the ornamental vine. The answer, of course, is they're both food. Seeds for both are widely available. Baker Creek carries them. Kitazawa Seed Company carries them. Amazon has multiple sellers. Oh, they're cheap. $2 or $3 for more seeds than you'll ever need. This is not a rare or hard-to-find crop. It's just one that nobody talks about. Let me say this directly to everyone who's been growing a vegetable garden for 20, 30, 40 years. You've been told that summer is for tomatoes, peppers, squash, and beans. Leafy greens are for spring and fall. That's the rule. That's what the books say. That's what the catalog's layout implies. Malabar spinach breaks that rule completely. It gives you fresh, thick, nutritious greens at the peak of summer when everything in the spinach family has given up. It fills a hole in your garden calendar that you've probably accepted as permanent. It isn't permanent. There's a plant for that gap. It's been there all along. It's just been on page 47. Move it to page 1. I'll subscribe. Every week I uncover one crop that fills a gap the gardening industry left wide open. Next week, a plant that the National Academy of Sciences called the future of tropical protein in 1975. Every part of it is edible. Pods, flowers, leaves, roots, and seeds. The seeds match soybeans for protein. America completely ignored it. I'll tell you what it is and how to grow it. That's next week. Subscribe so you catch it.